Marissa Ness's son was supposed to go into the 5th grade at West Elementary in Sidney this year, but with just over 2 weeks until school starts, they've decided to homeschool him. Not because of COVID-19 concerns, but because they have no way to get him to school.
The only answer we have is to homeschool this year and hope that next year everything goes back to the school buses and stuff, because he really wants to be in school, but there's no answer to that.
This year, Sidney will only bus kids that live in the country or those that live far enough away the district legally has to provide transport for.
Parents are going to have to figure out a way. If they live in town, they're not going to be able to simply, have their kids go to one school and then be bused to the other.
The problem stems from Sidney's elementary schools being set up on a grade-based system rather than a neighborhood-based system, which means rather than attending here, North Elementary, about a half a mile from where they live, Marissa's son has to go to West Elementary, about 2.5 miles from where they live. Now, in a normal school year, Marissa's son would walk here to North, then be bused the rest of the way to West. But this year, with social distancing guidelines in place, the school district says that can't happen.
We don't like that. We know that that is, a nice thing that they can just walk them across the street to South and get them bused to North. But we just can't do that. Sometimes those buses would have 60 to 80 kids crammed on there.
That puts those like the Ness family in a tough situation. They only have one car, and Ness's husband has to take it to work every day at 3 a.m. West Elementary is too far for her son to walk. Ness says she called the district and they suggested carpooling as an alternative, but she doesn't see that as an option.
So my worry is these kids, the carpooling. If you have social distancing issues with the bus, the answer isn't carpooling either. It's not.
She believes the district's plans left family like hers behind. She's frustrated the district didn't let parents know about this until earlier this week.
School starts in 2 weeks. If I feel that if I didn't even call West Elementary, I wouldn't even known. I'd have sent my son down to North to catch the bus, and he would have come back up here like half an hour later, be like, there was no buses.
The district may be able to provide more transportation if they find the buses still have room after picking up the kids that live in the country.
If possible, and we can still physically distance kids by making another stop or two to help parents out, we'll look at it.
But for now, there will be no school-to-school busing in Sidney this year. Reporting in Sidney for News Channel Nebraska, I'm Alec Chisholm.